Theme, shall we? I'm just sort of high off of the energies that I've been pulling the last couple of days. It's pretty amazing stuff. I think there's something to be said for Jupiter energies right now and where they are. Anywho, it is what it is. But we still got a little bit of sunlight left, and I'd much rather do these readings in natural light than artificial. So, doing one last reading for today. Cal's going to join us. He's already snagging my pants and trying to get on my lap. Ooh, we've got some flyouts. Yeah. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups returning from the last reading I did. That's right, Cal. Y'all hear him? This is, I think, even though it's not that big of a deal, this is a reading for the eclipse. So, take it as you will. Child's play. The universe says child's play. All right, that's it. Eight of Wands, communication. Three of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. I'm going to go ahead and do 5. High Priestess, 6 of Cups, and 8 of Pentacles. And still that same energy hanging around that I just read on this morning. If you haven't watched that video, please watch that video that I did this morning. I forget what I titled it, but it's a love reading. Hashtag love reading. And I don't hashtag things very often, but I did that one, and that's what I remember. So, March 9th, 2025, if you're not watching this on the same day. Big time. This energy is still very much present. Somebody's figuring out the naivety, the childlike nature of their pain. It's like, in a good way. In a good way. It's almost like, like when a kid, like a toddler is in a store and they don't get the kind of, cereal that they want, and they start making a big fuss about it, and then they cry, and then that rolls into like a whole thing, and mom has to leave the store because of it, and has to leave a shopping cart in the middle of the store. So your person, maybe even you, but this is someone, for most of you, this is someone attached to you, has figured out that their brokenheartedness over some aspect of your relationship is a lot like that little kid in the grocery store, turning little molehill into a mountain, and kind of wasting a lot of energy. That's what I see when I see kids. I see too much energy. Either they've spent too much energy and they're tired, or they have too much energy and so they need to get some of it out. It's a lot of like psychic energy around this. And I'm slowing down a little bit because I think your person, whoever this is very contemplative right now. This is like almost the prelude to the reading that I pulled. It's kind of an extended, but it gets deeper. So there's a little bit of a prelude to the story. 3 of Pentacles. Why is it here? Yeah, it's definitely slower, contemplative. There's a level of there's a level of maturity now that's like into questioning, into asking the right questions, into investigating past behaviors, into wondering if things could really work this time. They really want to talk about it. I don't know what's holding them up. They really, really want to talk about it, but they're not, or if they are, it's not quite the whole story. They feel a deep bond with you, and they're kind of afraid. Well, they're very afraid to sort of act on it now after this, after everything. Could be someone new, but it doesn't feel like that at all. If it's someone new, it's someone who you've had a connection with, sort of, in a past life or something. Or maybe a long time ago, maybe you were old school friends and you've reconnected or something. This is taking forever for the Three of Pentacles because the universe wants me to keep talking. Wants Cal to keep bothering me. Okay, here we are. Oh my gosh. Three of Pentacles, we have Judgment. Yeah. We have the Six of Cups. Feedback. So you know what that tells me again is that this last card for us, the Eight of Pentacles, is our final sort of university. Maybe I slipped for a reason. Our universe telling us what could possibly be created as a pathway in the future. And that is going to be shown to us in the fifth card. So weird. Two of Swords, Page of Swords. Yeah. The problem is that when they do understand and figure out that there has been this childlike aspect to your relationship, they realize that the triggers that they felt were from childhood trauma, and it makes them get deeper into their childhood trauma, and it opens up like a Pandora's box of other things once they realize that their reaction to you or to the connection or to their feelings about you has this sort of basis in their inner child. And it's sort of, on one hand, it motivates them to operate on a higher level because they sort of get it then, and they realize, hey, I don't have to act like that anymore. And so on one hand, that it's like that. And then on the other hand, there is ironically a secondary childlike sort of antagonized innocence that's like, how dare that be the actual truth? And I'm not going to accept it, and kind of stomping off and going, sitting in the corner pouting, which is ironic, right? It's like, how dare I find out that I'm childish? It's weird. So, right now they're going in sort of both directions with this. It'll be very interesting to see where they end up. Maybe they could carry both directions of it simultaneously. That might be the best case scenario. And then get a therapist. Talk to somebody about it. But I think now that they have now that they've opened Pandora's box, they can't close it again. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Three of Swords, why is it here? And this is sort of a tertiary energy. This is more of a, what I see this as is sort of like, this is a tattoo. So what do I mean when I say it's a tattoo? This Three of Swords it's less about the heartbreak itself, and they're not in the heartbreak itself anymore. Instead, it's a tattoo image. So they have the remembrance of it. They know what it felt like, and then they have a visual reminder somehow. And it also stigmatizes a little bit, just like a tattoo. So there's a bit of a stigma involved, whether that is through how they see themselves or how they think other people see them. There is a tiny bit of what's wrong with me. Like, there's a little bit of ego in there of like, am I really that great if I'm going to have a heartbreak over someone? You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be this destroyed over anyone because I'm the shit. There's a tiny little bit about that. And it's just a tiny little bit, and it's for some people, not everyone. But it's kind of there. It's kind of there. And I mean, that's understandable. We go through a gamut of emotions and thoughts and insecurities and questioning our own worth when we go through heartbreak, you know, just the way it is. But the sun popped out earlier, so I know this is the right shuffle for the Three of Swords. Got the Nine of Swords, got the Emperor. Yeah, it's everything I already said. There's some of that nightmare quality of maybe I'm not as great as I thought I was because I got heartbroken over someone. There's also this sort of reoccurring sort of existence that is sort of imaginary now and no longer holds as much weight and is sort of towards the end of it. And yeah, you've got the ego and the Queen of Pentacles there holding court. But these as descriptors for the Three of Swords, and in this energy, I think it's a good place to be because it's a stable place to be post heartbreak. You know, when we start getting intellectual about it, when we start getting into swords and getting into the Emperor. Ow, Cal just fucking bit me. When we get into these explanations, then we're in a good solid place where we can sort of evaluate. And I feel like that's what's being done is an evaluation. All right, well, let's see why the High Priestess is here. Cal's very energized by this energy, whatever the hell it is. He's all over the place. See this? This is crazy. He's never been like this before. He's never bit me before. What can I say? You know, it's part of that energy that's carried over, that's extremely lusty, that's into spring, that's wondering what if, that's like missing something and they think it's you. Like this is a big deal. Cal, Jesus Christ. Sorry guys. Oh my gosh. It's fucking cat. All right. I rescued him from underneath a building when he was just a teeny tiny little baby. I don't know how he got there or what he was doing, but he was screaming his head off. High Priestess is the Empress. Yeah. This is a very low maintenance, very subtle energy here. But again, what I said about the lustiness, again, what I said about this sort of springtime energy. Action oriented and passionate. Yeah, they really, whoever this is, and this really is sort of an extension to the earlier reading that I did. Whoever this is, and it does not feel like a new energy at all. like an incoming, like somehow you already know this person through something. You already know them at least a little, but probably a lot. They think you're the answer to something. Well, we all know what they think you're the answer to. All right, why is the Six of Cups here? Gosh, just so much yellow. Like all I can see is the yellow in these cards. Just so much happiness and so much bliss. It really is like this is it's a really cool person, actually. I'm really digging this person, especially in the point of contemplation and realization, self-actualization that they are right now. It's really kind of groovy and I dig it. I dig it. They can come see me anytime. Uh, Eight of Pentacles wanted to fly out. Universe is like, you'd have to start working at it, Rose. Okay. All right. I'm not in here. Dang it. All right. Six of Cups. Why is it here? Whew, there's a lot. There's a lot here at the Six of Cups. The Three of Wands. Queen of Swords. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. You know, I did. Okay, so I just waxed so poetic about this person, and I so dig them, quote unquote. I don't know why my quotes have to be so separated. How about this? Cal loves it. So I just told you how amazing they are, but listen, they still are not quite to the point where they can reciprocate. And if you know what that means, then you know what it means. If you don't, and this is a new person, they haven't quite gotten the balance right between giving and taking. I think they've been kind of used to taking, whether it's in this life or a past life. And they think they're giving a lot more than they are, or at least than you think they're giving. They're going to think they're giving a lot more than you think they're giving. And so it's going to come down to that dilemma of they might think that you're unrealistic with your expectations of them. So the universe is like, give them a minute, understand this is where they're coming from. They don't feel like there's that much to give. The bandwidth just isn't there to just like, you have the bandwidth to give and give and give, but not so much with them. So this is what I would recommend as a person and with a little experience in a couple of different things in psychology. If you can get a picture of them, this person, when you all do get together and you find yourself struggling sometimes to understand their limitations and the maybe seemingly unbalanced nature of the reciprocation, right? I want you to see if you can get a picture of them when they were about 5 years old. And I want you to either make that picture your phone wallpaper or keep a picture, close by at your desk or something, make sure you have access to it pretty much all the time. Definitely every time you talk to this person or you feel like you're going to, yeah. Because I think you need to, everybody needs to realize that we all are just 5-year-old kids. And kind of how they're realizing that, you need to reinforce that and say, yes, sometimes we're still those little 5-year-old kids and we're all imperfect and we're all learning. And we've all got kind of this idea of how things go that is from our experience. And deep down, we're still a 5-year-old kid wanting to play and be loved and have a good time and have some nurturing. And just kind of, puts things into perspective. So that's what I would recommend in this case. Eight of Pentacles came pretty fast. Got the Seven of Swords. Complete feedback loop here. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Four Cups. Between the both of you, if you both work hard on it, you can figure this out. But like between the two of you, investigating and being open with your communication, talking about this connection, you can figure out a lot. Not just about the connection and about the world, but about yourselves. Huge information. This person is really coming in as a gift to you and vice versa. So whoever this is wildly important. And if you can figure out a way to work with them in whatever way they need, right? So it might not look the way that you want it to look. You might not end up, with this person or with this person full time. And yet you will learn about life. You'll learn about the connection. You'll learn about each other. But most importantly, you're going to learn a hell of a lot about yourself through this connection. And that's what a really powerful soulmate connection is supposed to do. It's supposed to clear out karmic debt, create a lasting bond to carry with you into the next lifetime, and help you understand what life is all about on this earth vis-a-vis how your experience is essential. Period. Sounds pretty heavy, right? Sounds really fucking heavy, Rose. This person means all that. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They sure as hell do. So what are you going to do about it now? Are you going to just let them go if they walk away? Are you going to let them go now and say, "Oh, well, I deserve better anyway"? I hope not. Are you going to chase them off? Are you going to build up walls? If you really, and I say this with the deepest compassion for our human existence. If you really went into every relationship, including work relationships, family relationships, with the deepest understanding that they have the power to heal you, to destroy you, to make you understand everything about yourself. Every single person is a teacher. I'm just saying, it does take a lot of emotional and psychic energy to go into life like that. And we don't always do it perfect. No, we do not. And sometimes it does make you want to stay at home all weekend, but it just gives you a whole different perspective on who people are and why you came together in this lifetime. All right, I'm going to do 3 cards because I really, really want to put more cards on this freaking table. Why not? Let's put more cards on this table. You remember how I was saying, like, I've got a little bit of a psychic energy to me? I just have the strongest psychic feeling Cal's about to reach up and claw my ass. Like, I really do. He's so close to it. And he just could reach out and just really make me scream. I hope he doesn't. If he does, I'll try to edit it out a little bit. Yeah, so that's a fly out, but not reverse. Not reverse, I swear. Yeah, he's putting his claws into my thigh instead of my butt, so you're lucky. My thigh has slightly higher pain threshold. All right, 10 of Cups on the bottom. I guess I'm done shuffling. Death, rebirth. Rebirth is on the bottom. It's all fueled by rebirth. We've got the 10 of Cups, we've got the Magician, and we've got the 7 of Wands. This is something freaking metaphysical. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a romantic relationship. I wouldn't be surprised that your freaking cells change when you're together. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you felt like different people when you're together, just like physically, on a physical level. Like, you had a transformation on a cellular level when you come together. There's that much alchemy and that much magic. So you can't not know this. And how dare you even think that it's a one-sided thing? So if it seems at times like you're putting more in than you're getting back and you're keeping score, please stop doing that. Because if you feel this way, there's no way in the universe that the other person can't be feeling this way too. Now, are they petrified of it? Do they have a different response to that than you do? Probably. And that's why their actions aren't going to be the same as yours. That's part of the whole thing. That's part of the whole plan. Like, 1 in a billion feel the same thing at the same time and come together and fireworks everywhere and they live happily ever after. Most of the time, you've got to work through years of understanding each other because you're going to come from vastly different points. But you'll know because on a physical level, you'll feel it. Okay. God, it's just such good energy. And this is really, it's really lit up. Like, the connection has really lit up now with the transits that have been happening, the retrogrades, the retrograde reversals. I guess this is an eclipse reading, but it's only an eclipse reading because the eclipse is happening now. It's really everything else that's happening now. And it's really an extension of the reading that I did earlier, which is bananas, because that never happens. I never come back and continue to read on the same energy. Gosh, the cat is going crazy. The cat loves you. Here he is. There he is. There he is. He's very happy for all of you who have met your soulmate. Because damn, not everybody gets to do it. And even if it does hurt, there's nothing like that ride. Absolutely nothing. All right. Thanks, everybody. Remember that there's no reading that comes out of a vacuum. That's for damn sure. And all readings are influenced by the reader as well as the time in which they're pulled. So when you found this, you were meant to find this, but the energy is right here with me right now. Right now. So good luck out there.